Excellencies, let me start by expressing our deep appreciation to the sisterly Republic of Angola for convening this important meeting on the very timely and very pressing topic of revitalizing the prevention and resolution of conflicts in Africa. As we reflect on the recent developments in this regard, we need to be mindful of three dangerous dynamics that are having a cumulative impact on the overall peace and security landscape in our continent. Firstly, throughout its modern history, Africa has never experienced such a high number of hotbeds of tensions, crises, and conflicts at the same time. From the Sahel region to the Horn of Africa, from the Great Lakes region to parts of North Africa, instability is on the rise, disrupting the lives of millions and threatening the future of the entire continent. Secondly, and perhaps even more alarming, terrorism has emerged as the primary threat to peace and security in Africa. Throughout the last decade, Africa has witnessed a deeply shocking 400% increase in terrorist attacks and a 237% rise in terrorism-related deaths. Nowadays, Africa accounts for almost 63% of all terrorism-related deaths worldwide, and the global terrorism epicenter has shifted to the Sahelo-Saharan region. This region alone accounts for more than 51% of the world terrorism-related deaths, compared to just 1% back in 2007. Thirdly, at a time when these challenges are growing bigger, our continental diplomatic response has grown weaker. Mediation efforts and peace processes have not kept pace with the worsening situation, thus leaving a huge vacuum of forces of instability to spread and to expand even more. Having said that, we also need to be mindful of the responsibility that lies upon us, the member states. Our responsibility is to work together to put in place the appropriate mechanisms to provide the needed resources and to ensure the implementation of what has been agreed. In this regard, I would like to share a few reflections with this esteemed gathering. First reflection: as we contemplate to embark on a new reform process that will target the African peace and security architecture, we should not forget that this architecture is yet to be fully operationalized. When the Peace and Security Council is working hard to achieve its utmost potential, two other major components of APSA are yet to be fully implemented. These two components, which are the early warning system and the African standby force, are of critical importance for both conflict prevention and conflict resolution. Second reflection: the comparative advantage of the African Union lies in diplomacy and mediation efforts, and clearly not solely in peace operations. Being closer to conflict situation and more aware of their dynamics, the AU has in the past distinguished itself as a force of peace through diplomatic means. What is needed today is to reactivate these best practices. Third reflection: the African Union has been compelled in the past to act as a first responder to conflict situations in Africa, with the rapid deployment of peace operations. When doing so, the African Union was acting under the mandate and the UN Security Council, which holds the primary responsibility for the maintenance of international peace and security. We are therefore well-founded in our request that such operations should be funded entirely by the United Nations. We have every right to insist that Africa should be treated on an equal footing with other regions that have also benefited from peacekeeping operations which have been entirely funded by the United Nations. I thank you.